After watching Doctor Strange, I have two messages for Marvel Studios, and I'm gonna tell you about why they decided to make this character today on Beard vs. Beard. Hey everybody, I am Taylor with Beard vs. Beard, where we show you it's okay to be a man and a geek at the same time. Now today we're talking about Doctor Strange, and don't worry, there's not going to be any spoilers. I will tell you though that if you haven't seen the movie yet, it is actually worth it to watch it in 3D, even though 90% of the movie is visual effects. Alrighty, first off, Marvel, I want to congratulate you on finally making a film that actually looks appealing visually. Now don't get me wrong, I do like Marvel movies, I do like Marvel Studio as a whole. They have developed some really good stories, and Ant-Man, it looks a little bit more vibrant than it does with the other movies, but that's also because they use a boat ton of visual effects. And I have mixed feelings about that, but ultimately, it doesn't matter. The populace en masse kind of like the visual effects. Anyway, secondly, Marvel, I want to talk to you about whitewashing. Now, in case you are not aware, about 6 months before this movie was released, there was a bit of a scandal when we found out that the Ancient One, which is a character in the comic books that is from Tibet and who is Strange's mentor, and who is clearly a very old Asian guy. Yeah. They had that character be portrayed, or the Ancient One, which is a title, be portrayed by Tilda Swinton, who, not a man, and he's not vaguely Asian at all. Yeah, she's as white as you can be, really. Anyway, now when people found this out, they accused Marvel of whitewashing, which is a term in Hollywood where you take people of different ethnicities, be it Native American, Asian, Black, Hispanic, whatever, and replace them with white actors. Now, Marvel responded to this and said that actually the title of the Ancient One doesn't have to be any specific ethnicity. It is just a title. Therefore, anyone can hold the title. What matters is the story. And in the story, Strange is taught by the Ancient One. So, yeah. Alright, so why did Marvel Studios decide to go from this to this? Well, of course, it's about money. According to C. Robert Cargill, who is a writer for Doctor Strange, now in his own opinion, not the official studio, he said, quote, "The Ancient One originates from Tibet, so if you acknowledge that Tibet is a place and that he's Tibetan, you risk alienating 1 billion people that think that that's bulls. The risk of the Chinese government going, hey, you know one of the biggest film-watching countries in the world, we're not going to show you this movie because you decided to get political." That's right, Marvel Studios did it all for the money. And how much money did they make? In the opening weekend in China alone, Doctor Strange made $44 million. That is 44 million reasons why yours and my opinion means jack diddly doodah. Actually, my opinion meant $6 because, I went on a Tuesday. Your opinion probably matters, $10, $15, depending on what day you went. Anyway, the point being is that Marvel Studios wanted to sidestep controversy, saying that the Ancient One is a title, and therefore anyone could be the Ancient One, depending on their ability as a sorcerer. Therefore, this Celtic person became the Ancient One. And that's right, in the movie, they went out of their way to inform us that she is Celtic. Now, I'm going to tell you right now that this is sickening. Not only did they change the location where you sidestep Tibet altogether, it takes place in Kathmandu, not Tibet. And Kathmandu is the capital of Nepal. In case you don't understand, it's a completely different place. Although they are kind of next to each other. Anyway, if you change the location, it's okay to cast an Asian person for that role. Now, Marvel is in a little bit of a place with that because people tend to make things political. Now, if they casted any Asian person, say a Japanese person or a Korean actor or a Vietnamese actor, then implicitly the studio would be saying all Asian people are alike, which they're obviously not. Yet if they casted a Chinese person to portray the character, then implicitly they're saying that China does have free reign over Tibet, which is a big political thing that I'm not going to get into. And if they cast a Tibetan actress, then they're saying that China doesn't have control over it. So they were in between a rock and a hard place. So they used the title and a completely different person to portray the character under that same title from the comic books. Now, to be fair, the actress does a wonderful job. She did. She did a good job playing the character. I'm okay with it being a woman. No problem. I have a problem with it being a woman who is Celtic, hanging out in Nepal with a black guy who's clearly American, teaching another white guy how to do magic. And yeah, you have one significant Asian person in this show, and that's Wong, the librarian. The other Asian people you have as background making us feel that you are actually in Asia, that's freaking messed up, alright? If you're going to do this, if you're going to have a character that is Asian, have an actor that is Asian to play the character. Do you remember Breakfast at Tiffany's? That didn't work out for anyone. And although this is a step up from that, it is still frustrating. Really, Marvel, I have lost respect for you. And you were doing great. Minus Ant-Man, that was kind of weird. But you were doing great. So Marvel, I have to say, I'm done. I'm done with you. I really am. I am tired of you pumping out film after film that is a cookie cutter of each other. I am tired of you having the same boring color in your films so that they all look rather drab. I am tired of you having so many different links between each movie. Yes, you're trying to create a universe, and yeah, that's kind of cool, but you've really overdone it. You had 2 secret endings at the end of Doctor Strange. And that's too much. Benedict Cumberbatch, you did great, my friend. You're a great talent. Tilda Swinton, you also did a good job portraying the character. Good on you. I'm sorry, I don't think you should have gotten the job. Marvel, I'm done. That wasn't a microphone. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. I got videos coming out each week where we show you it's okay to be a man and a geek at the same time. In fact, you can watch this video right here, which is all of the big news about the new Star Trek Discovery TV show coming out in May, and my theory about what it's going to be about. Or you can watch this video right here, which is all about the origins of the Patronus charm and how it relates to New World magic. Remember, if the women don't find you manly, they should at least find you geeky. Don't go shaving on me.